Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay. Today I'm going to do something different. I am going to talk about I'm going to do the rankings of my favorite Star Wars movies. Since all the movies been out, since there's no more Skywalker saga, it's over and done with, I'm going to tell you what I like and what I don't like. I'm going to give you like a list, all the movies, including the story ones, like Rogue One and Han Solo. I'm going to give them the list. I'm going to tell you how I feel about each movie, going from the original, the prequel trilogy, and the sequel trilogy. So, alright, let's start from the very number one movie that I like out of the Star Wars saga is Revenge of the Sith. You actually see how this story turns, how this person, Anakin Skywalker, becomes Vader. George Lucas makes it look like a tragedy. Some people didn't like it, but I did enjoy seeing this actually happen because it's his fear. In my opinion, it's his fear that led him down to that dark path. His fear of losing someone he loves, fear led him down this dark path. Palpatine playing the puppeteer, the master behind everything, behind the war, everything. And it's really how it gets sad and emotional with everybody, because you gotta remember, he was a friend, they loved him, and he was a hero to the Republic, and he just turned everything back on to try to save the one person he cared about the most. So he turns everything back. He turns and kills the Jedi in the temple. He turns even the younglings too. He turns on everyone. It's like, I would do everything to save my wife from death, basically. You actually see the bad guys winning this fight, winning this out. But so basically, which I wish they put. Excuse me. I wish I know it's in they cut it out, but you can see it in the deleted scenes where they show Yoda laying on Dagobah where he goes. I wish that'd be nice, but you actually see how this story turns out. Anakin's whining, he's not happy. Palpatine's throwing this possibility, you don't throw out that you can save her from death. The story, blah blah blah. You can so like that. I really like Revenge because you're right in the action. It's right at the end of the Clone War where Palpatine was taken, captured, etc. And you see how this thing unfolds. He was seduced. Without the Jedi, the Jedi don't have this power. Through me, you can achieve this power greater than any Jedi. Which basically, it's like devil worship. He's basically the devil of the whole series. Palpatine, he's behind everything. He is behind everything. He was the Sith Lord behind everything and all. And what made it more into the lightsaber fight between Palpatine and Yoda, Palpatine versus Mace Windu, and you don't see Palpatine use a lightsaber. This is the first time we see it happening. So I like those. And plus the last lightsaber between Obi-Wan had to be on top because of the story where Anakin's what's the word I'm looking for? Arrogance. He was arrogant. He believed he couldn't be stopped. His power cheated, and he seemed it burn. It's what wise man once said: Yoda, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. The suffering was he becomes Vader. He's a monster, and he basically Frankenstein. He's rebirthed, and Padme does die, and of heartbreak. If you people don't believe me, you just go back and look at what happened to Carrie Fisher's mom, where Carrie Fisher's mom the next day died because Carrie Fisher passed away a day ahead. I mean, that's rough, very rough. I couldn't imagine Carrie's daughter going through that. Oh, I couldn't imagine that. Alright. I really liked it. It was good. It was very good. You see how the bad guys winning. And these are my thoughts on it. I'm not going to try to keep this long. My second favorite is Empire Strikes Back, where you see the rebels are on Hoth, Snow Planet. Luke gets captured by the creature. I forget the creature's name. He gets chopped off. He had to cut the I think it's the Wampa or the Tauntaun. He fights the Wampa, chops his arm, escapes. You don't see it you see the chopped arm, but in the special days you actually see the Wampa has its arm, no arm. So he's Obi-Wan tells you gotta go today about to train with Yoda. He's the Jedi left, and Han saves Luke by cutting the tauntaun with the guts and stuff. It's interesting, and basically you see the Empire starting to gain control. They're starting to hunt down rebels, start hunting down the rebels, and you know Vader's priority in the whole movie is get the Millennium Falcon, get the Millennium Falcon, get the Millennium Falcon. And when he does, he knows about Luke. If you don't read the comics, there's a comic out that he finds out Luke is his son, he's alive. But in the movie, it's not like that. He finds out from the Emperor Palpatine when he talks to him. So they do finally get the Sith Empire. The Empire finally gets captured. The Millennium Falcon, Han Solo, Chewie, and Leia, and all that. And basically it's on Cloud City. Basically, they made a deal with Lando Calrissian to stab Han Solo, to capture him. So this way, the Empire stays out. But he made it a bad deal because it keeps changing. Vader does this to bring Luke in to trap him, try to get him to basically maybe kill him or get him to turn. Well, however, Luke goes to Dagobah, learns from Yoda, but he has a vision of the future. He says, "I gotta help my friends." But Yoda's like, "Don't go, because you need to fix your training." Because it's like if you go back to the prequels, it's connecting the dots. Like Luke has seen a vision of the future, and he wants to help, but he can't. Yoda's like, "Don't do it, don't do it." But if Anakin's seen the future, it led him down to the dark side. So Luke leaves and goes. He confronts Vader. They have an epic battle, lightsaber battle, and Luke loses his hand. Vader reveals the secret, which is the best plot twist ever, probably I'd say, in movie history, where he reveals Luke that he is his father. Luke doesn't believe it, but he keeps. I really like the movie. You see Chewie Walker, you see Hoth, you see playing Dagobah, you see Yoda, kind of a hermit, but he's funny. It gets funny at first, and he's serious. Helps train Luke, and you see Obi-Wan tell him, like, don't go, stuff like that. You get to see Han and Carbonite. You see Lando escape with Leia and Chewie. They escape with a Falcon, and Boba Fett takes them away. So at least you're on a cliffhanger. What's going to happen next? I really like that you have to see a cliffhanger. What happens next? What are they going to do? Because you get Luke back on the medical frigate there with C-3R2 with Leia. They're going to meet Luke on Tatooine and rescue Han sometime later on, but we don't know when. So at least you're on the hanger. Is Han going to be like that forever? We don't know. Nice little cliffhanger and the best plot twist ever, in my opinion. My third favorite Star Wars movie is Return of the Jedi. This is basically the story. Basically, how the story goes. They do rescue Han. They try to send C-3PO to try to send basically, I'm here to negotiate, but Jabba won't do it. So he sends Leia, goes in just as the bounty hunter gonna rescue him that way. She gets captured. Okay, then Luke goes and tries to negotiate. That doesn't work. He gets in the Rancor pit, and Luke escapes, beating the Rancor by crushing it with the door. So Rancor is already there. He's in for trade. He's not being seen till later on. They rescue Han. Defrosted. Jabba is killed by Leia. Then he escapes. He tells them he escaped, join the rest of the rebellion. Yeah, he's got to go finish his training with Yoda. Basically, in the Yoda, he goes, finds Yoda. He's very sick. He's at the end. He wants to finish his training, but he said, "Your train's already done. You're a Jedi." So, but he says, "Not yet. You must confront Vader. And you'll be a full Jedi." And Luke asks him, "He's Darth Vader, my father?" Yoda says, "Yes, he is your father." And Yoda passes away, which is sad. You see him go. Then you see I want to explain to Luke, which I do like to say, and people that made the Star Wars with the flashbacks, that's good. I really like that. I wish they put that in the movies. Someone actually put that in the movie. Just saying. Anyway, you see, he explains what happened. Your father was seduced. Obi-Wan doesn't believe he's gone. He's still a monster. He's twisted evil. He's Darth Vader. He's not going to be redeemed. Luke believes he can be redeemed. So basically, he has three choices. When he goes and he confronts Vader, he confronts Vader, kills him, kills the Emperor. That's it. 2, turns to the dark side, joins his father. They both kill the Emperor, or rule by his father's side, or he becomes a Palpatine's apprentice, or he creates a third alternative. Basically says, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to turn to the dark side. You're going to have to either Palpatine's going to kill me or you're going to kill me. Either way, I'm not turning. Either you're going to redeem yourself or kill Palpatine. So I'm jumping ahead. They go to Endor. They go the others on Lando and Chewie. Go to Endor, blow up the shield generator, while Lando and the other rebels go in. Destroy the Death Star. Luke confronts his father. Basically said, I can't kill you. There's still good in you. You're still good in you. There's the conflict in you. There's still conflict in you. There's still conflict in you. There's still good in you. He won't do it. He won't do it. I won't kill you. So basically, Luke gets in anger, or gets in a rage when Vader says, I know the truth that you have a sister. I'm going to turn her to the dark side. He gets in a rage, attacks him, and chop his arm off, chop his mechanical arm. He's laying there. Basically, Palpatine says, kill him. Just go ahead and kill him. You'll be my new apprentice. He's like, no. I'm not going to kill him. Throw a lightsaber away. I'm like a Jedi like my father. Vader, Palpatine starts killing him. Vader gets up. Basically, picks up Palpatine. Throws him down the shaft. Vader gets the mask taken off. Sees us the first time. Sees us his son Luke. That's Anakin. Basically, said, you were right about me. Which is good. Basically, the whole story of Return of Jedi. This is the return of Anakin Skywalker from Darth Vader. He's redeemed. He's sacrificed himself to save his son, so he becomes one of the Force. I like the story. I like the battle. I like everything. That's my third favorite. My fourth favorite, where it all began. I will say where it all began at New Hope, how the story turns out. Because that was the mentor. Obi-Wan Kenobi's the mentor. You have the farm. Luke as a farmer who wants to go out in the world, who doesn't want to be there on Tatooine anymore. He's tired of it. He's sick of it. So you have the princess who gets captured. She has information that she gets at the R2-D2, which contains plans to the Death Star. She goes and Luke starts that journey. That starts the journey of Luke. It starts Obi-Wan. He's established the role of the mentor. They go meet Han and Chewie. They're going to go to Alderaan. Starts the journey. Starts the hero's journey of Luke's hero's journey. So they end up being the Death Star. They find out Princess Leia that they rescue her. Han gets the reward. Obi-Wan faces Vader for the final time. He basically fights him, which I like the the video that it did that scene where you see more of the fight. Then basically Obi-Wan looks at Luke and basically says, it's time. He just holds his lightsaber, it's time. Vader kills him, but does he? Some people say he doesn't kill him, he just turns to a ghost, he's gone. So he moves on, becomes one of the Force. Then they get the plans to the Death Star and they blow it up, and the heroes win. I like the story. It's a good story. I like New Hope. It's the one that starts it all. The one that starts this big expansion universe of Star Wars. Now, number 5 is going to be is Force Awakens. No, scratch that. We'll put that later. I'm not going to say Force Awakens. Number 5, my favorite, is The Rise of Skywalker. Because this is the last one, how it stands. It stands with the rise of Skywalker. It ends where we find out Palpatine is alive somehow. We could throw up theories. We've seen theories. Is he a clone? Did he survive? Did he transfer his life to another body? It's most likely he could be a clone. I'm not going to judge. We'll have to find out. They do a book on it or something. But somehow he survived. He's still alive. He's got a massive army waiting to make the move to crush the Resistance, crush everything that battle on the First Order. So this story goes on where Rey has to find a Sith holocron, and she finds out that she has a new power, and it turns out she is a Palpatine. She's Palpatine's granddaughter, which we don't know much about the parents. I don't know. It's the daughter. Is it the Palpatine had a son or Palpatine had a daughter? I don't know. what I heard from Force Theory, Star Wars Force Theory, he had a son. He ended up getting married, stuff like that. So, the real question: who did Palpatine love? That's the real question. There's so many mysteries you can put into Star Wars that you think, who did Palpatine love? That you see Rey and Kylo have that Force connection. They're fighting through the Force connection and stuff like that. And the last fight in that where they're on Endor, rest of the Death Star, and basically she stabs him in anger. Basically stabs him, and because Leia calls out to him. Basically, it's like Ben. She's like, he stops and he do that. And Rey knows that she's gone. Rey knows she's gone. So basically, she uses the power to heal him up. Then she takes off in this crowd, and she doesn't know what to do. She's lost. She's like, I don't know what my purpose is anymore. Blah blah, this and that. And I really like that. And good to see. Which the one that's a head scratch for me is, why did Han Solo come back? That's what I don't understand. I know it's the last movie, but is he a memory? He's not a Force ghost for one, because he has no Force. He has no Force sensitivity. Is he a Force ghost? He comes back as a memory, basically telling his son, it's time to come back. Time to come home. It's time to come home. You can do this. You can do this. You can be good. So basically, he is redeemed. Finn trying to tell earlier in the movie, and try to tell Rey something. It's been confirmed that he's Force sensitive because he knows what's going on with Rey. She senses it. So then the story ends where they confront. She goes and confronts Luke. She runs back to Octu and confronts Rey to throw a laser, and Luke grabs it like, this is not how Jedi. So they basically clean up from Last Jedi. He basically convinced her, you must confront Palpatine, even though he's your fan. We know you're Palpatine. We still train you. We didn't care. We still train you because he gives up. Luke gives Rey Leia's lightsaber for the journey, which I like the flashback where you see Leia with a lightsaber and Luke training her to be a lightsaber, and basically it's the reason why she give it back to Luke. She's seen the death of her son, but it was a really good story. I wish the fight at the end Palpatine was longer. I really enjoy everything. I thought it was good. I mean, there's some things I do question, some things like really, but I'm not going to criticize. I did enjoy it. It was good to me. See, Empire's number one. No. Revenge of the Sith number 1. Empire's number 2. Number 3 is Return of the Jedi. Number 4 is New Hope. Number 5 is Rise of Skywalker. And number 6 is going to be Force Awakens. It's basically almost like a kind of a reboot of Episode 4 New Hope, but it's not quite. The story starts out Rey's hero's journey, where she is a scavenger, and she gets turned, and Finn betrays the First Order. He goes and helps Poe Dameron, who was captured, who had a piece of the map to Luke Skywalker, who was basically hidden. We didn't know about much about Kylo Ren. We know in the start of the movie he found out he's famous. He was on the good side, which we don't know who until we find out that's Han Solo. Leia is his parents. It's Ben Solo. So anyway, yeah, I thought it was really good. They told a nice story where Finn helps Poe. They find Rey finds Poe. No, I'm trying to get that right. Where Finn finds Rey. They get BB. They rescue BB because he has to carry the missing piece to Luke Skywalker, like how Episode 4 has the missing planets to the Death Star. So they escape on the Millennium Falcon. The next thing they find Han and Chewie, or they're doing smuggling. Well, he does best. Leia leads the Resistance against the First Order. So they find out about a new powerful base. Starkiller base is more powerful than the Death Star, bigger. It's a big planet. So they just have to go there and destroy it. However, they have to take down the shields, so they enter the planet and destroy it. So basically, Han confronts Ben, basically told him, come back. Then they look on Rey, and next thing you know, he stabs him. Or it could be, some people think of this, uh, that Han do to save his son because of Snoke. Because Snoke was behind manipulating Kylo Ren, Ben Solo. So I really like that. Then you see Rey get the lightsaber, and you don't see much like to the end where he gets the lightsaber. And when he gets to where Rey goes, Octo holds him up. He's basically saying, "We need you back. Time to come back." So what's that? That's my 6th favorite. 7th favorite. Let me see. I'm going to have to say is the Attack of the Clones, because some people didn't like it because it's had the romance of George Lucas wanted to make this about how the romance between Anakin and Padme sets the stages where their relationship becomes full bloom. They have a picnic together, stuff like that. Someone's trying to kill her. Anakin's first job is to protect her. He's apprentice. They reunite, and while this is going on, Obi-Wan Kenobi finds about the clones and all stuff. Then you have the Separatists building a droid army that's going to come and take over and stuff like that. And I really watched a whole lot. They changed it up where you can tell Anakin's moody. He doesn't like Obi-Wan that much. Obi-Wan's strict. Anakin's believe he's being held back, lack of power. Fear in the movie. There's fear with him because of his mom's death, which eventually he sees his mom's death in the vision, but eventually becomes real. That starts the fear. That starts the connection between 2 into 3. That fear never leaves him. He's afraid of losing someone he cares about. It starts with his mom's death. Then later on in episode 3, it starts with goes into his wife's death. So there's a fear. There's anger. There's hate. He goes there. He's saying, I'm a Jedi. I'm better than this. Blah blah blah. There's anger and there's hate, there's rage, there's frustration, lack of power. That's how it says. You see him, you start to see the tragedy of Vader taking place. Then you go to Geonosis, so they try to rescue her, and then you see all the Jedi Knights and the clones, the start of the Clone War right there, where most of the Jedi, there was 200 I believe, then they get almost wiped out completely. So that starts that. I really enjoy it. I watched a lot of it. I really enjoyed that movie. Let's Jar Jar Binks. Now let's go to the next one, which I would say the Phantom Menace, which people criticize it. I thought it was alright. It established the mentor Qui-Gon Jinn to Obi-Wan, to later on Anakin. You have the story is basically Queen Amidala, Padme is needs to save her people from the Trade Federation. They invade, take over, and occupy, that type of deal. So they escape that with Qui-Gon. They have enough fuel. They can't make it to Coruscant. They have to land on Tatooine. That's when we meet little Anakin. He has to win a pod race, and he wins. Which you don't see much. It's different. I like the difference. Jar Jar is basically taking C-3PO role, but he's worse. Basically, he's worse. C-3PO is funny. Jar Jar, not so funny. He's just annoying. And everybody's opinion, which I think so too. He's just annoying. You see a lot of Jar Jar. No one likes Jar Jar. So when you see little Anakin, you can see he has his mom Shmi tells Qui-Gon he sees stuff before it happens to the Force. He's Force sensitive. So basically, Qui-Gon decides to try to win both frames for one pod. His slave water is like no. So Qui-Gon used the Force to make sure that Anakin wins the race. Anakin wins his freedom, so he does win the race. And he leaves with Qui-Gon to start his journey, as they started his hero journey. So eventually, the assassin, like I said, Darth Maul appears, fights Qui-Gon, they escape Tatooine. So, like I said, the reason why I say assassin because Darth Plagueis was still alive. We didn't see him in episode 1, but he's still alive in the book. Palpatine's the apprentice sometime. I don't know when. Palpatine kills Plagueis, and you have the role 2 where Maul's not the Sith assassin, he's the apprentice to Palpatine. So basically, they go to the Coruscant, and basically, Palpatine is pulling the string to tell him, he manipulates Queen out that you must tell him that we must change, that we need a new leader, we need a new chancellor, we need 2 people. I'll run for chancellor, I'll get elected. So That's what happened. She can't let her people suffer. She goes back. She makes a deal with the Gungans to help, because it's their plan as well. The Gungans, and so they go in, help draw the Jorah, measure the Jorah army out, the main Sith. So they go in, capture Viceroy, and that's it. Qui-Gon dies to Darth Maul. Obi-Wan kills Darth Maul. Basically, Qui-Gon tells Obi-Wan, you must become Anakin's teacher. You must train him. Promise me you'll train him. Which I thought was nice. I like that. I like Qui-Gon. I really like Qui-Gon. He was wise. He was different than any other Jedi. So you see the plot there. I like that one. All right, next one. Ooh, I will say Rogue One, because this is the in between story in 3 into 4 where you actually see some of the rebels, the Rogue One rebels, which is led by Jyn Erso. Her father was taken from her at a young age, lost her mother. I believe she lost her mother. Correct me if I'm wrong. Lost her mother. Her father was taken at a young age to build this super weapon, the Death Star. She gets the message. There's a pilot there. She has to take it back. She has to find out what they are building. They find out it's a Death Star. It's a super weapon it has enough power to destroy a planet. She finds her father still alive. He dies, and she has to go and find out what the plans are. She finds out that the Death Star plan. They get it. They send it to the rebels. You have Vader make an appearance. He kills everybody in sight, which I thought was cool. You actually see Vader come back in the movie. He's on his castle on Mustafar, which he takes control, because that reminds him where he lost his battle with Obi-Wan, stuff like that. Which I really enjoy. It started out slow, then it's picked up towards the end. It was good. It was a good story, and how the ending was good, where you actually see the freighter with Princess Leia's ship that she's leaving the scene where she has the plans. They had the plan. It's for Hope. I really like that. I really like that. The next one is Solo, which it's different. It's smuggling. You're not going to see a whole lot of space battle. You do see them do the Han's backstory a bit. I thought it was okay. I'm not going to I try to not nitpick at everything, because he's trying to get into smuggling. He was trying to get out of from his home where it's bad, really bad. He has his girlfriend trying to get him out. She doesn't leave. He does. He basically joins the Empire but he's trying to smuggle a way out, trying to get in the smuggling business. So finds this other guy, Beckett, and he joins that crew. Everything goes bad, and he finds out that she's with another smuggler, a good smuggler, with them, and goes there, and I'm trying to remember how it goes. I thought it was okay. Different than he steals eventually he does, in the end, when they do one mission, I think, he steals the Kestrel run, when he does do the 12 seconds in that plane. I'm trying to remember how things go, but I did enjoy it. It's not too bad. It was different. Some people didn't like it, how it was portrayed. It's not like a Star. It's a story. It's a story. I thought it was okay. The last one I didn't like. The last one, I'll just say it now, is my dislike. Is Return. It was The Last Jedi. Luke was the biggest betrayal. Luke. How they betrayed Luke. He was not the same. He was afraid. When you go back to the original trilogy, he believed there was hope. He believed his father can redeem. When he faced the fear of Ben Solo, he said, I gotta basically kill him. Got killed, but he didn't do it. So he basically didn't do it. He's not the same Luke Skywalker we saw in Return of the Jedi. He's afraid. He wanted to die. This is not Luke we know. He's changed. He's basically like Hermit, but not quite. He kind of cut himself off the Force, raised there and stuff. You have the Poe and I forget her name. The other girl, I forget her name, and they have to go find the person that can help him get on that board of Snoke's ship and stuff like that. So they can disable the disable the one. I forget. I know what it is. Disable they don't track him in hyperspace. That's it. That piece. So Ray pretty much started a forced connection with Kylo. They're talking. He's like, he's trying to. She's trying to pull him. There's still conflict. There's good in him. But he's like the last Jedi. She goes to him and he brings this new. He remembers it, episode 6, but Luke tells you don't know what you're doing. So Yoda comes back, basically telling you need to come back. So Rey and Kylo, next thing you know, Kylo is basically conflicted with emotions. Like you have to just kill Rey or so he kills Snoke. They fought in the end. He tried, and Kylo's trying to pull Rey to join him, but it doesn't work like that. The lightsaber breaks. Luke comes back as an apparition. He helps the Resistance escape. There could be more to this. I mean, I didn't like how they portrayed Luke. I didn't like how it turned out. It was okay, but it could have been better. The only thing I have to say that I am disappointed in the new trilogy, the new sequel trilogy, that is they had a chance. I don't know if they didn't agree to it, or Disney had other plans, or they were going to put them in later on in the story. I don't know, but I wish they would have Han, Chewie, Leia, Luke, C-3PO, R2-D2 back together in one scene. Maybe, flashback, or one scene where they just interact. That would have been awesome to see in maybe Force Awakens, maybe Last Jedi, or maybe Rise of Skywalker. I wish they would did that, but that was a big missed opportunity right there. A screw up by Disney. I don't know how could you not do that. I mean, after Carrie Fisher passed away, that was how could you not do that? How could you not do that at all? So I'll go over the list again. Number 1 is Revenge of the Sith. Number 2, Empire Strikes Back. Number 3, Return of the Jedi. Number 4, A New Hope. 5 is Force Awakens. 6, no. Let me start again. Let me get this right. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not perfect. I'm doing my list. Number 1, Revenge of the Sith. Number 2 is Empire Strikes Back. Number 3, Return of the Jedi. Number 4 is New Hope. Number 5 is The Rise of Skywalker. 6 is Force Awakens. 7 is Attack of Clones. 8 Phantom Menace. 9 is Rogue One. 10 is Solo. And 11 is Last Jedi. And you have the Clone Wars one, which I think it's higher than that one, so I'm going to put Clones up higher, but I'm trying to think how that goes. I'm trying to move, so let's see, I think that's it. I think I got it all. I think it was like 12. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Revenge of the Sith. Number 1, alright, I'm going to stop right now. I'm rambling. But that's my list. I hope you like my list. I hope I didn't bore you to death talking about Star Wars and my thoughts and opinions on it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with reactions tomorrow. And I hope everybody has a safe and wonderful Happy New Year. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Take care. Stay safe. Stay humble. And be a blessing.